Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Alright, so right now in the media, there's a whole lot of talk about a joke that Tony Hinchcliffe made during the Trump rally. It's basically been the center of political discourse for the last couple of days now, and that's mostly due to the Democrats forcing that scenario. But essentially, there's been so much attention, I'd argue, probably millions, if not over $100 million in campaign efforts and mainstream media minutes devoted to spreading this narrative. And that's the narrative that supposedly this disgust with Donald Trump in relation to this particular issue is, quote, spreading like wildfire and having a real impact, especially in somewhere like Pennsylvania. And apparently the damage has already been done. You get that? There's no going back.
That this is unacceptable, that we will not tolerate this. I don't think none of that matter. He can bring anybody he wants from Puerto Rico, and I've heard it from my audience. It's too late now. He needed to say something right away that night or the day before or the day after, and he hasn't done it. By now, he can bring anybody he wants from Puerto Rico, and it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, the damage has been done. The evil orange man did it to himself, and now it's too late to fix it. That's what they say. The phenomenon has started, and there's hundreds of thousands of Puerto Ricans now who are going to make sure that the swing states go to Kamala Harris. That's really been the narrative that they've been trying to paint. So many headlines, so many tweets with the same wording. Anti-Trump sentiment is, quote, spreading like wildfire in response to the horrible racist Trump rally at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but it's been hard to buy. I just can't believe that that's a real thing, that that's actually happening. And well, I think my suspicion might have been correct here, because now we might have a little bit of a visual anecdote here, kind of putting it all into perspective. I think it's yet again another one of those videos, another one of those segments. Democrat narrative versus reality on the ground. Yeah, let's just say I wouldn't call this spreading like wildfire. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so we all understand the context here, and most of the focus has been on Pennsylvania, where there's a significant population of Puerto Ricans that could possibly have an impact in the state, and now we have Donald Trump setting up for a rally in Pennsylvania, and the Democrats are hell-bent in crafting this narrative. And of course we've seen all the headlines, but now we've got a new narrative, or I guess a new propaganda story, that apparently Trump supporters are being protested big time by Puerto Ricans in Pennsylvania. They're not having it, folks. The Puerto Ricans want Kamala Harris to win, and any comedian who makes a joke about their nation, they want them promptly arrested and sent to the gulags for re-education, right? There's this video that Democrat Blue Anon shills are posting non-stop on X of rally-goers getting protested by angry Puerto Ricans.
We have rights too.
Kamala's wins tweets on Twitter, breaking in a stunning show of strength. Puerto Rican flags are now being waved in protest at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. Oh, it's over, folks. It's over. I mean, you can obviously sense the sarcasm. I mean, really? Let's put it into real perspective here. I think this video really makes it clear. Two Puerto Ricans? Two flags? Really? That's this big anti-Trump sentiment coming from the Puerto Rican community that's, quote, spreading like wildfire and gonna hand the state over to Kamala Harris? I mean, honestly, I'm just starting to feel bad. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, because you never know what's going to happen on election day, but if the Democrats lose this one, honestly, in a way, I'm going to pity them. I don't know if it's feeling bad per se, because they've done so much wrong over the last however many years, but I'm certainly starting to pity them. I mean, this is pitiful. There's no other way to describe it, right? They're so clearly desperate and grasping at literally anything. It's so obvious that this campaign is flailing and failing, dropping at record speed, and they're just desperate for literally any win that they could possibly get. I mean, the Kamala Wins X account, I think, is pretty much proof of exactly what I mean. I have this account popping up on my timeline non-stop, and it's so obvious what's happening. They're trying to spin literally anything to turn it into a Kamala win. I've never seen an X account discredit itself itself to such a degree. The Kamala Wins account and the Kamala HQ account have become the butt of every joke. An internet laughing stock, if you will. The new faceless lol cows on X, let's call it. It's just unbelievable. They haven't had a win in months, and it's clear they're going through withdrawals, looking like crackhead Dave Chappelle from his incredibly hilarious TV show from the early 2000s, just jonesing for some wins here. Come on, man. I just need one win, man. Come on, man. Chasing the PR blue dragon. They just want one win in the media, and it's obvious they can't have it, and so they're trying to make it up. It's almost like the Juicy Smollett situation, where they want racism so badly to be alive and well, even though it's not, and so they decide to fake their own hate crimes. It's the same kind of thing. And that's honestly exactly what they're doing here. Literally lying. They're trying to create a fake outrage. I mean, we're here talking about this rally in Allentown, Pennsylvania, right? Well, just take a look at this from the mayor of Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Democrat mayor, of course, I should add.
Not a ton of response related to former President Trump. Now we have this rally in downtown Allentown, but it's coming on the heels of former President Trump saying some pretty vile and racist things about the island of Puerto Rico, which is very close to the heart of many of our residents. Allentown is a majority Latino city, and the majority of our Latino population has its roots in Puerto Rico.
He's out there saying that Donald Trump personally said racist and horrible and disparaging things about Puerto Ricans. That's a lie. That is an absolute lie. It was a comedian who made a joke. Yet this is how the Democrats present it. It just goes to show the low levels that they'll stoop to. They'll just lie, lie, lie. Just like they've lied before, in several instances, attempting to court the Puerto Rican vote. I mean, we all remember the lie that Democrats peddled and continue to peddle, that Donald Trump blocked aid to Puerto Rico in the aftermath of I believe it was Hurricane Maria. But as we know, that narrative has been largely debunked. Did Donald Trump stall aid? Absolutely. For what purpose? Was it because he's a vile racist who didn't want to see aid rendered to the Puerto Rican people? No. It's because of well-documented concerns of corruption within the Puerto Rican government, and so Donald Trump didn't want to just hand over likely hundreds of millions of dollars in aid to a bunch of corrupt Puerto Rican politicians. No, he wanted to see the funds well managed, and the relief response done properly. And people get this, no matter how many times the Democrats lie, most people are not so easily duped. And I think the numbers really show that. The mayor of Allentown seems to think that this is going to have a big impact, and he's suggesting that he's been knocking doors and nobody likes Donald Trump. But who really believes that? Just look at the numbers. Look at the people on the ground, will ya? You got two protesters, two people who were gullible enough to buy the media's narrative hook, line, and sinker and show up to protest the Trump rally, and then you've got the Trump rally.
Good job, man. Good job. Yeah. I mean,
Make America comfortable.
And then you've got actual Puerto Ricans inside the venue saying stuff like this.
Mr. President, I just wanted to tell you that I moved here in 1981 from Puerto Rico, and I want you to know that Puerto Rico stands behind you, and Puerto Rico loves you.
It's once again narrative versus reality. The Democrats lie, and attempt to emotionally manipulate, but over the years they've continued to lose control, they've continued to lose their grip on the dissemination of information online, and especially after Elon Musk bought X, formerly Twitter, and now it just seems as though they can't really craft narratives like they used to, huh? There's no way this has a significant impact, definitely not a widespread impact, and in fact I think the impact might even go the exact opposite way. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys, and probably the end of my coverage on Puerto Rico Gate, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.